It has been more than a decade since we last saw a proper Heroes of Might and Magic release. A decade of fans waiting, replaying mods, and wondering if the magic could ever return. And now, Olden Era has finally appeared on the horizon, but here's the question that every fan is asking. Can it live up to one of the most legendary strategy series of all time? Or will it fade away as just another nostalgia cash grab? Today, we'll break down everything we know so far. The world, the factions, the heroes, the modes, even the risks that come with early access. And trust me, some of these details are going to surprise you. Before we jump in, if you enjoy deep dive strategy content, make sure you hit like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and ensures you won't miss future breakdowns. Now, let's get into it. A land of wild magic. Our story begins on the long-lost continent of Jadame, a land we haven't explored in a Heroes game until now. If that name sounds familiar, it's because Might and Magic 8, Day of the Destroyer, was set there. But for Heroes, this is brand new territory. The setup is classic fantasy chaos. A demonic force is rising, alliances are breaking, and even the usually backstabbing dungeon faction is calling for unity. That alone tells you how desperate things have become. The campaign promises non-linear choices. Will you unite the continent or reshape it through chaos? That's entirely up to you. And if that sounds familiar, it should. The branching campaigns of Heroes 2, Roland vs. Archibald are still fan favorites decades later. Olden Era is clearly taking notes, and that's a good sign. But here's the real twist. The choices you make could change Jadame forever. And that's where things get interesting. The factions. Every Heroes game lives or dies on its factions. Olden Era is launching with 6, 5 confirmed, and 1 shrouded in mystery. Let's break them down. First up, Temple. Your classic knights in shining armor, castles, angels, priests, noble champions. Beginner friendly, but with a few tweaks based on community feedback. It's the comfort food of Heroes, familiar, but hopefully refined. Then there's Necropolis. Raise the dead, flood the battlefield with skeletons, and overwhelm your enemies. It's a direct homage to the necromancer towns of Heroes 3. And for many fans, this is the faction they've been waiting to command again. Next, Sylvan. Nature's Guardians, elegant units with abilities that synergize for tactical depth. Expect less brute force and more battlefield control. Roots, ranged attacks, mobility. Think the old Rampart and Sylvan towns, but with some modern twists. The dungeon returns as well. Dark elves, assassins, sinister magic, and of course, dragons lurking in the deep. Stealth and subterfuge are the name of the game here, and longtime fans of Heroes Feast Dark Elves will feel right at home. But the biggest curveball? The Hive. An all-new faction, insectoid monsters fused with demonic corruption. Imagine a swarm that doesn't stop. Poison, numbers, relentless aggression. The Hive feels like a cross between the Inferno faction and StarCraft's Zerg, and honestly, that's terrifying. And then there's the 6th faction. Totally unannounced. Could it be the Barbarian Stronghold, the Wizard-led Academy? Maybe even something new, like a full naval faction similar to Horn of the Abyss's Cove Town? Fans are speculating wildly, and the developers are keeping this one close to their chest. Whatever it is, it will be revealed just before launch. But remember, and the devs have already confirmed, more factions will come after release. So this is just the beginning. But of course, a Heroes game isn't just about factions. It's about the people leading them. Heroes and progression. In Olden Era, your heroes are once again the heart of your armies. They gain XP, level up, and improve stats. The core loop we know and love. But this time, progression is deeper. Each hero can learn up to 8 different skills, each with branching sub-skills. 2 necromancers might both focus on necromancy, but depending on which perks they unlock, they could play completely differently. It's a layer of depth that adds replayability without overwhelming complexity. And here's a big addition. Subclasses. Borrowed from Heroes 7, but refined. Specialize your skills in the right way, and your knight might evolve into a paladin with army-wide buffs, or an inquisitor with unique spells. The same hero could go down very different paths depending on your choices. For the first time ever, both heroes and creatures will also have active abilities. That means dragons breathing actual fire during combat, or your hero rallying troops mid-battle. This adds an entirely new layer of tactics that longtime fans have been begging for. It's a bold evolution, but the big question is, will it balance out or create one dominant meta that crushes diversity? That remains to be seen. Modes for every player. Olden Era isn't just about campaign storytelling. It's packing multiple modes to keep players hooked. The main campaign offers non-linear missions with choices that carry over, perfect for lore lovers. Classic mode is your sandbox skirmish, towns, heroes, exploration, conquest, but with updated pacing and QOL upgrades. Then there's one hero mode. You control just one hero. If they die, it's game over. Faster, riskier, more roguelite in feel. Arena mode strips everything down to pure tactical combat. Pick your army, pick your spells, and battle. No economy, no map, just war. And yes, there's a map editor, random generator, full multiplayer, and observer modes. The devs know that hot seat games and multiplayer ladders are the lifeblood of this franchise. It sounds ambitious, but can they pull it all off? Look, sound, and style. Visually, Olden Era is going for a vibrant 3D style. Windmills spin, rivers shimmer, creature dwellings feel alive. But not everyone is convinced. Some players say it looks too soft, almost like a mobile game compared to the darker, sharper tone of Heroes 3. And that's a fair concern, and the early access period will show if the visuals evolve. On the audio side, things look far more promising. Paul Anthony Romero, the man behind the most iconic Heroes soundtracks, is back, and he's joined by Chris Velasco and the Heroes Orchestra. If nothing else, the music is going to deliver spine-tingling nostalgia mixed with cinematic punch. The mantra the devs keep repeating is faithful, familiar, fresh. Whether they nail that balance is the million gold piece question. Who's really making this? Here's where things get interesting. Olden Era is being developed by Unfrozen Studio, the team behind Aratus, Lord of the Dead. That game sold 500,000 copies, went through early access successfully, and built a cult following. More importantly, these devs are passionate Heroes fans themselves. But the publishing side raises eyebrows. Ubisoft still owns the Heroes IP. So why is Hooded Horse co-publishing? For those who don't know, Hooded Horse has quietly become a powerhouse in the strategy scene, backing hits like Old World, Terra Invicta Against the Storm. Their involvement is reassuring, but Ubisoft being so hands-off? That's unusual. Is this smart delegation or a sign they don't fully believe in the project? That's the mystery no one's answered yet. Early access, risk, or reward? Finally, let's talk about the elephant, or maybe the bone dragon. In the room, early access. Olden Era was supposed to release in 2025 for the franchise's 30th anniversary. It's been delayed once already. And now it's entering a long, early access phase, possibly a year or more. During that time, new factions and features will be added, balance will be adjusted, and the community will shape the game. That's exciting, but also nerve-wracking. Early access games often launch thin, unpolished, or unbalanced, and against the polished fan mods like Horn of the Abyss, expectations are sky high. The good news? Unfrozen handled early access well before, and Hooded Horse has a track record of nurturing strategy titles. If they communicate clearly and patch consistently, this could be a massive revival. If they stumble, the franchise's reputation could take another hit. Closing thoughts. So where does this leave us? Heroes of Might and Magic. Olden Era feels like more than just a nostalgia play. It's a genuine attempt to bring back the magic. With branching campaigns, innovative hero systems, new factions, and fresh modes. At the same time, the risks are real. Stylized visuals, early access uncertainty, and Ubisoft's curious absence. If it succeeds, this could be the spark that reignites the entire franchise. If it fails, it could be another painful reminder of what might have been. But what do you think? Are you excited to dive back into Heroes? Which faction are you planning to play first? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss future strategy breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.